All right. Hi, everyone. Um, well, I kind of just want to get into drawing. I'm going to be working on what I didn't finish yesterday during our stream. So, we'll be continuing on with my Xenomorph Sauropod. I'm liking it. Not liking those hands, though. We might have to redo those at some point. But we're getting the sketch down. We're morphing this, evolving this creature. As you can see now in the lower right corner, I have finally put in what I am listening to. This is everything no copyright sounds is put up. So in this case, if you're ever curious about what it is that I'm listening to, you can look up this. Alright, well with that, we'll transition into that. And look at this. Here we go. I want to make sure I can see the chat. And as a matter of fact, I want to keep that to the right side in front of me. There we go. And don't need that one. There, that's looking good. Finish up. Yes, hi, welcome. I'm BoogieMan. Welcome to today. Like I said, it's just gonna be, I'm just gonna work on some stuff. Eric said he'll eventually join us today, so that'll be great. We'll see what we can do when he joins towards the end here. But it should be a lot of fun. Alright. Come on. Technology. Like I said, most of the time it wouldn't be our stream day. Was that not the right one? Maybe it wasn't. Hey, Azera. Hey. I'm noticing, yes, I'm gonna have to freaking... Windows broke it again. So let us... Hopefully I'll have Alaric join me sooner, but we'll see. And yes, it's gonna close out Critter real quick. Okay. Install, yes. There goes Critter. Always these small technical issues here and there. I have all my fixes sitting on the screen for whatever might go wrong. But we're still finding new ones every day. It's a learning process. Ah, well, for a request for a coloring sheet, then why not? Let's do that first, then. And nice to hear from you, Chelsea. Alright. Perfect. Now my touchscreen is working again. Let's bring open the program. There we are. And we'll just do a new one then. I'll resize it to fit 8.5 by 11 here. Let's go view. This way everyone can easily... do I want to scale it? No, I want to resize. Nah, you know what? I will worry about resizing it after the fact. So yes, coloring sheet it is. So let's see. Should I make something creepy? Nah. We'll see what I can create. So I'm gonna do the box one like I did from the Wednesday stream and use that to start off. I want that down to 15. I'm just trying to fill up this whole space. Okay. Go down to 10 points. Consistent. Alright. Alright. What do we... Maybe just down to 15. Alright. So let's freehand this. Yeah, this social distancing and quarantine, self-quarantine is definitely getting taking its toll on people. Well, if this is the case, it's pretty dreary out. Maybe we should make something that's bright. If that's the case, let's start with... let's not do that one. Am I going to be finicky on my lines? Probably will. I'm just, again, glad that Joseph's not here to count how many times. Start by cutting it down. Get some basic shapes going first. So... The only issue with doing it freehand is trying to get my lines at least decent. Alright, well. Thinking. Let's go the opposite way with this one. Nah. I was thinking about seeing if anyone would like this, but I might sit down and start designing a whole coloring book, and I had two in mind. Ran it by my sister, and she thought it would be pretty neat, but just doing a simple coloring book for everyone, and just for the kids, just something, because like when I can get to a convention, it'd be nice to have something free for kids to just come up and take. And I'm thinking it'd be great to just design a simple coloring book, one of which is the only one that's actually, out of the two thoughts, the only one that's coming to mind right now is the one for the Pokemon, doing sheets very similar to like this, where the Pokemon are kind of hidden in it, but it's based off of a psychic type or grass type. It might be a little interesting. Let's see what comes of it. And the Radiant. I think I want to make... Yeah, we got a nice big square there and two triangles. Hmm. So if you guys are ever, interested in coloring books, because I know that I think it'd be really great to just have a freebie for the table, really. Plus, we can all use some coloring books, really. What do I want here? What abstract thought do I have for this? Definitely like the idea. So this is something. Because Chelsea, you can also design your own if you want. I mean, that's part of the fun and the relaxing part. Is actually sitting down and doing these. But I'm glad to make anything like this for everyone. And again, I'll make this free on my not webpage, but on the Facebook. Because I have to say, actually making these is quite relaxing in its own way too. There we are. Let's continue it even on this side. There. Well, by all means, if you see something you want me to throw into this, go ahead and suggest. I'll design something into this. Because right now I'm just figuring out. I'm breaking it, making bigger shapes, breaking them down, smaller shapes, and then keep going down further and further into detail. And that's what I suggest. It's just start with start simple and get a little bit more complex with each bit of detail as you go along. I'm gonna get down. So I feel like I want to put a line right across the base of each of these, and that would cause a little. Well, maybe. Why not? Oh, opacity disappeared there. 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 And I don't know, I'm liking the idea of triangles right now with this. Maybe that's what I'll build over here, is just a multitude of different triangles, different types. Oops. Let's make sure we... Yeah. Just gonna work on triangles. Because triangles structurally are the most sound objects, and one of my favorite shapes. Yes, I wear my Triforce pendant all the time. I like what it represents, and the fact that it's the story is always about keeping balance, or at least that's how I've always interpreted it, is balance. And that's a great thing. It's really all we really need and want. I think, do I want to make these mirrored? I don't think I do. So we're going to make that mirrored, but then it's going to go off from that. So I think... Oops. Don't necessarily have to be very late with this. Because I'm not doing any varied line sizes. These are making triangles just as we go along here. Maybe even. There. Yeah, let's complete those shapes. Oops. Hopefully, I'm trying to stay in frame on this camera. Same time I keep going, leaning in. But it's actually good for me to sit up more properly anyways, because I don't need to screw up my back. Actually, amazingly so. I used to have a lot of back issues, but just simply doing stretches has made all the difference. There we go. And then we can break down those with little sillier shapes. But let's focus on somewhere else. Let's move on. So this, maybe we make little pie pieces, like just 3. Keep it simple. You know, maybe I will do something with the whole aspect of 3. Let's try to keep something like that. Oops, too much there. There we go. Yeah, I think I found a little bit of focus on what it is that I'm aiming for this. We're going to see about doing things in 3s. Even though I have 4 there, and I have 3 here, so I need to figure out that one again. Which actually... Quick, easy. There we go. I strongly encourage anyone to design their own coloring sheets too. Just this whole process is also meant to be relaxing. And if I'd actually studied art therapy, I'd be more of authority in saying, yes, these are proven facts. I probably would have done a lot of research on anxiety and stress, to be quite honest. But I'm much of a nerd. I usually read on this stuff a lot. Mostly for my own necessity is because one of the biggest things that artists have to deal with is their own anxieties. And it's always helpful to work them out in a constructive way. But most of the time, our thought processes are quite negative. It's hard to be optimistic all the time, and you shouldn't have to be. You're allowed to feel like crap sometimes, and you should. Because you know what? Not everything is great. But the odds are things will get better. Actually, I think we're going to just continue out this whole pie shape and see what I can do within those. Yeah, from my experience, anxiety is not a curable thing. It's something you just learn to cope with. Now I do have this square here, so to make it triple, should I then... Yeah. So this is the one that's working in threes. That's what became the theme for this one. As a matter of fact, now that it's even on my mind, there's one thing that could be breaking that, and I'm just thinking 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have an even number up there. Or do I count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 triangles? I think I'll do that to keep my sanity on this one. Because 15 is divisible by 3 is 5. So I could also break it down as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And possibly do a theme for each 5. And there we go. We've broken that one down to 3. Good. You know, this way it'll break up these two. Because this will be 3, just like how this is supposed to be 3. Alright, so I got this great open space. Trying to steer away from all the solid straight lines. Because I don't want all hard edges, I want some curves. Oops. Getting lazy with my arm here. There. This one's going to be even longer. We're going to make this little... Oh. It's not going to go with this line. It's going to be slightly off. Same thing with this one. There. Wait, I also gotta figure out what to do with you over here. Actually. There. And breaking everything down here. Let's get some organic looking shapes in here. Got a 3. Not quite. Oops. Yeah. All right. Making some weird D's. We're gonna and great thing about this, I'm not entirely sure what everything is resembling, but it's just a work of thirds. Oop. Oh, I broke my line. Oh. Alright, do it again. Make sure I don't have erase mode on. I'm being a little too ginger with that line. Ah, oh, that's a terrible joke. There we go. No. There. Kind of want... Let's break that line for a moment to do that. Bring that back in. Okay. So we got 3, 3, 3. What new shape could I put across this? Go back to triangles. Or there we go. Oops, actually. Nah. Yes. Yes. More triples. Oops. Kind of want that a bit more. There. There it is. This is coming along. I believe so. Yeah. See, and this, it's tricky because like immediately with the square, like I can see myself breaking it into fours, but it's trying to think of how do I break these squares into triples. Well, maybe with this one. There. No, they're not exact. Because I got these two, they're mirroring, and then this, but there's three inside of that. I could be stretching it a bit with that part, but we'll see. What if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It is six-sided shape. Like that, and then this is going to be 4, though. Actually, this is starting to remind me of a bunch of the issues from 3D modeling, is trying to hide certain vertices so they wouldn't be seen or caused icky jaggedness on your surface. So finding folds on a character or creature or item was a great way to hide it. I can't hide this stuff. So if I'm off a little bit, I have to figure it out visually, because there's no place to tuck it away. Well, if that's the case, I could create this. So that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I am stretching it with this. I am really stretching the triples with the box shapes here, because I still have that outer one to consider. I could do that. Yeah, let's go ahead. We are going to... Yep. Now this is broken into 4, but we're going to go with... Oof. Missed. Trying to go from center. There, that's a bit better. You know what makes this a lot easier if you want to be perfect with it? I could just use the line tool over there. But I'm thinking, nah, challenge mode. And it's good practice for me to keep my arm up and elbow out and move along with this. And then I have to keep reminding myself that can't slouch. It's one of the things, like, if I got a new desk, I think I'd be getting a desk that I stand at, just because it would allow me to not slouch. One of those raising lower ones, I think, be really good. Make it into a drafting table too. And I've always enjoyed drafting tables. Not that it's necessary for a lot of the things I do. Sometimes, you know, I just like to break out the ruler and get really precise with measurements and make sure, you know, things are symmetrical in some way. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, it's broken down into triple. Good. Excellent. So we still got quite a bit of space to fill in with smaller shapes and such. So we'll start figuring these things out too. Yeah. Oops. A gap where I don't want a gap. There we go. And oh, I'm gonna have to open that one up a bit. Screw it the other way. Break that down. That going a little bit cushiony, weird way. Yeah, it's getting hard to keep to the triples, it seems. It's like all the shapes in there are not necessarily divisible by that. There are 6 there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. That's 6. I don't see, like it's somewhere in like, but it's definitely getting lost in other places. And then this one would be 8 if we had that other side, so we do have to cut off some things. That seems to be the nature of it right now. And you know, these will break up. Acting counter lines, so if these ones are going that way, do I really want to? Probably looking to just do this then. There. There. Oops. Almost. Actually, let's start that again and just go with. It's gonna be a wonky circle. Yep. So let us go the opposite direction of what we're thinking. Oops. Almost there. Almost. So close. So close. And then... No. This slight perfectionist. I just want it to look clean, and that looks clean. I mean, it's not perfect. No way or form am I trying to draw this perfectly. Part of the fun of it is that it's all freehand. So the shapes aren't going to be spot on. Not like a mandala. A lot of those are structured out. You measure out and everything, get it just right. But not this. No. So this one is going to be behind. Oops. I'm moving too quick over. Gotta arch this just right, and that was a little too fast into it. Fine, let's go the other way. Sometimes the opposite approach does help. That one I followed all the way through. That is definitely a wonky one. Let's see if we can fix part of it. It's still going to be off. So, the bigger issue that we have then is this the appropriate line? Because we come in. It looks better. Nope. Now these aren't going to be perfect shapes because they're not all going to be. They're falling off. Because I definitely have shapes that are overlapping others, which is good. And I should probably just make that all one line instead of... There we go. And so what I want to do with that. I definitely have patterns and certain things that I want to like do in these. Like I can easily probably go through and one. Maybe even do this one. That same mirror. You know, designing these just off the top of your head is quite time consuming. I'm not even really, I'm probably like in another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I should be concluding, but we'll see. We'll see. Do that, break some 4, put it up. Yeah, there's gonna be an even set of numbers in here that I just can't hide. I can't get rid of. Oh well. Maybe that's the hidden thing that'll drive everyone insane. He said he was gonna do triples. He lied. Nah. I did the best I can with the base I started with. And no, I'm not gonna scrap it all. This is just how it came out to be. And that's perfectly fine. I try to stick with the theme mostly, and I think I have, and I can continue on with it in most places. Because, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you don't think about it too hard, you won't see it. So as long as I don't title it triples, it won't, it shouldn't bug too many people, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 7 inside that one. Oops. Yeah, we're creating an arrow inside of this one. Same thing, arrows. Let's see how crazy we can get with these spheres. Oops. A little bit of land I don't want. And keep going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny drawing. It just keeps going. And you know, I bet you that, if I have any psychology friend out there, I wonder if you could break this down and tell me how my thought process is. Or whether or not you'd pretty much just say, no, he was pretty dang random. The emotional state of shapes. And this one, I'm gonna make mini diamonds. Yeah, I'd like it. Mini diamonds. Oops. Let's make it a little bit clean, just a tad bit cleaner. There we go. Oh, so what do we do across the top there? There. I like it. The arrow. See, there's 4 shapes inside that. It's just gonna have to be. There's some even numbers that are just, you know, unbreakable. Hopefully this doesn't cause stress in people. Because that's the thing, is like some people can be rather particular, but that's part of the thing, is like maybe we don't overthink it. I mean, after all I did is decide, yeah, I'll go with this. Let's see what we can design by doing that. And I'm gonna do diamond shapes. That one breaks up kind of a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking that. A bit of a smaller shape inside those shapes. I have these here. What's with this one? Gonna make another one inside of it. Not perfect, but we're gonna remember to relax the hand a bit. See, I'm hiding my face behind the mic. Remember to breathe, relax with this. All we're doing is just having fun. And there. Yes. Now, like I said, I am no art therapist, but while you're designing these things or coloring, it's very much try to think in a meditative state. Usually you do that. Meditation is about breath control more so, and understanding and inhaling, exhaling, being in rhythm with the rest of yourself. And that's part of what coloring does, is it allows you to find a rhythm with yourself. It's quite nice. Personally, I don't color enough, but you know, I mean, every time I do a drawing, I color. And I apologize. Most of the time, I have this resting, unpleasant face, and it's mainly because I get a lot, you know, get into my head, and then my face just relaxes, and it just looks like I'm always pissed off, which actually I'm not. I'm just highly concentrated. I had quite a few friends have complimented on that. And it's like, yo, I know when your mind is turning out and figuring out something, because just see it in your face. You get very serious. And I do this, I've done this, like with even customers where my face becomes suddenly serious because, well, it's me taking data in, processing it, figuring out best how to resolve the issue. I've always done it that way. Which is unfortunate because, like, in class, it made me come off as probably a little bit cold when I was asked to critique people. I brought this up probably once before. Mr. Drivage always asked me when he was a teacher at the school at the community college I went to. It always felt like he didn't he didn't know how to articulate his own thoughts most of the time. So, and right in the middle of class, I would rip my own piece apart and tell everyone, what I should have done better, what I could have, done to change that. Because that's a part of criticism, is if you can't explain why something is, it makes it very difficult for people to accept the criticism. If you say, like, well, this, made me feel this such way, and it's like it invokes this. If you have something behind it, then at least the artist or writer or someone has something to work off of, going, I can see it from that point of view. And the matter is, like, if they meant to do that, then awesome, I picked up on that. And maybe that's exactly, and maybe that's not something that's wrong with it, but more so is something I thought was as a part of a necessity, and it might come off as too strong, is all. But if you want the piece to be strong, and that's what you wanted, then at the same time, that critique could actually be turning into a compliment instead. Because I picked up on something when I said that. And that's exactly what you meant. I mean, I try to think and try and not be harsh with certain things too. But a lot of times, if I can't find anything, if I can't find a concrete way to explain why I think something, a lot of times I won't say anything about it. I might say, I'm not feeling this part, but I'll be forward with you. I'll tell you, like, I'm not quite sure why. And it could just be me. Maybe it's something that's, off-putting to me. And it's like, just, But at the same time, it's like, I've always, and I keep saying this, but at the same time, the thing is, like, there's always exceptions in my mind. It's more of based upon at the time. Because I could be going through something when I'm critiquing somebody's work. Could be in a thought process, and maybe it strikes a chord. Maybe it makes me feel something I didn't expect to, and that's either something I can't deal with at that time, or don't want to deal with that time. But it doesn't mean that the piece is bad. So it's also, a lot of times when I try to critique, I try to stick to the technical and less of the emotion. Because in the end, I'm not trying to rip anyone apart. I'm trying to help them improve. So it always comes from a place of, I truly want to see this person succeed, and critique is part of that. We all have to understand that taking criticism is not an attack on ourselves. It's usually you only want to take critiques from people you respect. You don't always have to agree with them either, but you respect their opinion. And you know that it comes from a place of honesty instead of jealousy. that is one thing many artists are guilty of. It's comparing themselves to someone else. It's a trap we all fall into, even in everyday life. It's unfortunate, but you know, it's just the way how the mind wants to work at times. There. Oops. Let's make sure. There. No, everything I say is my personal opinion. You don't have to take it. It's just how I work. And I'm always open to other ideas. I'm not closed-minded. If there's something that challenges my thought, I will consider it always. I'm not all-knowing. And I don't think anyone ever can be. I think the first bit of wisdom anyone has to accept is our ignorance. We won't know enough to make a full opinion, and we have to be willing to accept that we are wrong at times. There could be opinions I hold on to that are incredibly wrong, but I haven't met anything to challenge it yet. Really? Is this been showing that the whole time? I'm going to transition, so now you can actually see what I've done. I just looked over and noticed that I didn't have this main screen open. Sorry everyone, I've been sitting here talking to myself and all you've seen is that weird screen at the beginning. Do I have Krita open twice? No, I don't. It just really did not want to load up properly. So here's the triples and everything I've been working on. Always a technical problem. It'll be so much. Eventually, I'll be check marking everything as I go along. Oh well, here it is, everyone. So I'm not just talking to myself. I've actually been drawing. It hasn't been that starter screen. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I bet you that's because of the... Yeah, it's that. This is not the greatest way. I'm going to delete that. I'd used something else, and that is not good. Making sure. Yeah, I'm even seeing something else that's not doing its thing. Actually, you know what? We're going to yeah, I am seeing so many little things. Huh. Suddenly that is broken. Why? Yay. Like I said, it's not a stream day if I don't have things breaking on me all the time. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Do I have it? Yeah, okay, at least it's been recording my voice. I mean, that's a plus. At least been able to see my face. Oh, that's saddening. I apologize. For the past hour, it's just been showing a single screen of, hey, look, what do you want to load? My goodness. So I'm sitting here talking and nothing is going through. Nor is that music display in the bottom right is working properly either, because I have not been listening to that same song the whole darn time. Nope. Nope. Yeah, see, that's the problem with the capture then. That's saddening. Somehow this got broken then. Actually, I'm only hoping that actually is updating as it should. Maybe it has been. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to turn off the transition and just keep the main screen open. Alright. So back to it. Let's go with the triples. Sorry about that. Only issue of streaming by yourself is I have to keep double checking everything I do. Very nice. Alright. Again, this is all freehand anyways. We're just having fun with these designs. Ooh. Let's make that a little bit nicer. Black. Oh. Alright. I've been very lazy about using my hotkeys and saying, no, I'll keep it in the center of the screen. I was being able to see that screen. Ooh. Those are starting to look like some creepy eyes. Well, let's go with the creepy eye. Add a triangle in the middle of them. There. Oops. There. Oof. And can he make more? Yes, he can. Oof. No. Must connect these lines. Looks like I actually started doing a particular style of this. Alright, let's continue it on in this one too. Ooh, again. Gonna connect these lines. There we are. And just to let everyone know, my good friend Jessica Venture, she did a stream last night. She's gonna be doing one every night, just talking, letting people connect. She featured us on her very first one too last night, since I was she started up at 10 o'clock and she's streaming, and I was just wrapping things up with my own. So I jumped over and talked with her and had a really good talk. After she was done streaming and everything, was really nice. She's always a great amount of fun to talk to. And so I was just talking to her about her stream and how things are. She's definitely an extrovert compared to my introvertedness. Yes, I'm an introvert. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I am very proud to be an introvert. Of course, it makes everything look like I'm very standoffish, because between my deep thinking and my facial expression during deep thinking, very much seems like I am not the person to go up to and talk to at times. I assure you, if I'm deep in thought, it'll take me a moment to register, but you'll see the smile crack back on my face. Do I want to do that? Yeah. How do we want to do that? It's actually even not liking those lines a little bit. But yes, I strongly suggest catch hers. She's going to be doing some fun stuff with her own stream, and I plan on at least joining chat-wise, if not audio or by other means. Because during these times, we all want to feel connected. What better way to join in on a video chat? Have a nice little hour conversation with some friends, and even people you might never have met otherwise, right? It's just good to connect with people. And since we're supposed to keep our social distance while the coronavirus is running around, we definitely want to keep up with our social part, our social aspects. Now, I'll say from my perspective as an introvert, it's not my ideal way to recharge my batteries to because usually even after like a stream like this, and it's not a bad thing. I'll take some moments to actually just relax and be alone. I mean, because in some ways, yes, I'm alone while I stream, but in many other ways, I'm not. Because you might not be watching this live. You might be watching it at another time. In this case, I appreciate that still, and thank you. So you never have to catch it live. What time are we looking at now then? It's probably like, what? Sorry, excuse me. There we go. I don't know, maybe sometime I should just come in here and read a book. At the same time, like, I have several graphic novels, several webcomics, and it's a matter of narrowing down things and still working on one stage at a time. So by April 4th, we should have the website up. The first iteration of the website. And that's a big key thing. It's like, it's the first iteration. We're going to put it out there. We're going to hopefully, everyone will let us know what they think, what we can add to it, what works, what doesn't work, because that's going to be a key thing. How much misspelling I have done, how much we've overlooked. Because I know I'll be going through it thoroughly over and over and over and over again. Not that I'm obsessive, it's just I want to make sure things are work. And it's part of that technical, part in my mind is, how can I break this? And if I can break it, then it needs to be fixed. But if I can't break it, well then, let's put it out there and see if anyone else can. That's the bigger point. I'm gonna change that line, make it a little bit. Actually, it looks like it starts from back there. It's kind of wonky. Not gonna lie. And I put in the description, if there are any artists, amateur or professional, I want to join during any which one of ours, by all means, let me know. It'd be great to have, feature some other artists, talk, and then let's do a weird drawing, a wacky thing together, and see what we create, and just get to know you through your art, through what you're doing. And definitely have you plug yourself, because that's one of the things I really like the idea of, is helping out others. It's getting that out there. Because I think that's really what I want to do, is just entertain people, let them grow in their own way through it too. Because I've always been I've always felt like the stories I've read have really influenced a lot of how I think, how I perceive, how I understand people. And that's the great thing about reading multiple writers and such, is that you get a different perspective and point of view based upon how they see the world. How they write about it is their perception, their point of view. And that to me is a beautiful thing to find. Because there's definitely some writers that I would say I love their work, I just don't like their ethics. That's definitely a big thing. So, but I've always, personally, I like hearing every side of an argument on any subject. And I've been very happy that I don't take it upon myself unless there's something to it that I can agree with. But a lot of times, every decision I make is usually meant very, very carefully through thought. So I'm a deep thinker, definitely. It's so great for world building purposes because I sit there and think about the most intricate details, and it's so much fun, to be honest. I like seeing that world, come out. Yeah. But I definitely have to say, I have to trying to prioritize projects and certain things of work. I think I have to apologize a lot because I probably did not consider the amount of work at time that I'd be under, and trying to go like, I need to do this and you get that. I want to get this developed. I want to see this happening. I want to get that. And, I will admit, I have a bit of a controlling personality. And that's mainly because I've seen a lot of things crumble in my past. So it's trying to keep that structure and momentum that I'm always working on. Because once I lose my passion, then everything's lost. But even if I have the passion, the bigger thing is relaying that to everyone that's helping me. And that's another thing, is I have multiple people. I have Joseph Kosh, Alaric McHenry, Kayla Wilt, and so many other friends that are so encouraging. And of course, you guys you've heard Joseph in on the stream. You've heard Alaric. You've heard Kayla. You've seen Kayla and Alaric draw with me. Heck, you've even seen a few drawings from Joseph if you look back at some of these streams. I'm very happy to always hear them during the stream, because they're energetic and cheerful, and I just love that. And I hope that's something you all gain from this. As you see that energy in us, and how driven we are. To be quite honest, it's a quite honest. I'm just always trying to be honest. It is even infectious for me. So I appreciate every single person that's in my life. Even if I don't say it to you all the time, thank you. And that's probably the hardest thing, is making everyone know that I appreciate what they do, what they've done. Even those people that aren't in my life anymore, or have taken more of a backseat, I still remember all those little things that brought us together in the first place. How much it helped me, and I can only hope how much I may have helped in the end, but can only hope that I helped a little bit. no. There. So yes, if you're tuning in, designing a color sheet, and then, you know, it's amazing how much time you can lose in just doing this. I always strongly suggest, if you are during these trying times looking to release some stress, designing your own is quite something too. Like, I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing when I first, and I said, you know, let's try to do things in threes. Let's try to figure out threes. Well, for the most part, I've been doing pretty well with the triples. Been making a lot of triangles. Very sound structure. Triangle is definitely a shape I enjoy. There, so we got that. Maybe we do. Spheres. Let's see if we can keep this in the triples. But, you know, I'm not too heartbroken because I still have things that are falling off that are breaking that triple, but that's part of the point. I don't want it to. This is designing something that's asymmetrical. Doesn't have to be symmetrical, but it might be a little bit balanced. There. And again, apologize. My face is not the. Smiling is not my restful state. But eh. It shows the third one on that that third set. So it's almost 9. It works. You know what? There. Right now I'm just going through and breaking down shapes to even smaller forms. See, I got like a lot of blank space in these ones, so I'm trying to make it all these little things all the way through it. Yes, yes. We don't feel like it. I'll say this one thing to you, now that I'm thinking about it. If we do hit 100 followers on Facebook, I will sing for everyone. I mostly do karaoke, if any. So I'm no way a professional singer. I think I'm decent. I enjoy my singing. That's all that really matters, right? I enjoy what I produce. As a matter of fact, actually, usually when I'm drawing anything, I will be singing. And even here's a little thing, I'll be singing in different voices. Yeah, right now I've been just keeping real calm with everything and just... So I haven't felt the urge to do any of my wacky voices or characters or anything. Usually that comes out when I have other people here. Which we might have Alric join us. In fact, I should be taking a break shortly, so I can recharge a bit and stop slouching. Getting my shoulders together. No, gotta be... Open up everything. That's the problem with getting details and getting there. Just... I need to do this and this and that. Come on. Aww. Trying to avoid broken lines. No. Alright. Maybe actually. You can see how terrible my lines are. They would say, since you're so jagged all over the place, you have a lot of doubt when you're drawing the line. Oh. Your line work can tell you a lot about this person's personality and all that. I don't know. I feel pretty calm. Oh. Come on. Boom. There we go. That's the line. Alright, 3 more. There's another. No, that's cutting off a little too much. Eey. See, trying to hold this in different ways is another thing. La la la. And... If I did a coloring book, I'd definitely be doing an illustrator instead of freehand like this. But the bigger point of what, what I'm explaining with this usually is freehand is awesome. Allows you quite a bit of freedom here and there. I mean, if I was really designing coloring book, I'd do sketches of it and then I'd go through and pull it into Illustrator and make nice solid clean lines. Be more professional about it, of course. But I am designing randomness with a bit of, so it's like I have a focus of 3. Some of it's being broken. It's really hard to keep to 3s when you created a giant square. It really is. I mean, I could have easily cut it in half and made 2 triangles. But I didn't do that. So now should I go more triangles inside of triangles? Triangle upon triangle upon triangle. Get really wicked. We're gonna do fairly similar. There. You know, I will finish this. Resize it and put it onto Facebook real quick before I take a mini break. Shouldn't take too long. More circles? Or should I just... Oops. Control Z, Control Z, there it is. Talk about some meditation though. There's this music. I'm realizing I didn't pull that one all the way over underneath it. There we go. We're going to do circles at each juncture. There. Yeah, this whole section is breaking that thirds rule. I know. But there are 6 orbs in there. Let's try that again. There. It's very hard to keep triples inside those, dang. Especially because of various lengths. There. Mm-hmm. There. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Well, maybe that'd be too much. Mm-hmm. 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 Just working in triples. This is kind of breaking that rule, though. I'm making shapes that are three-sided, but I'm not making 3 of them. I'm making 4 on each of these sides. Just kind of breaking the rule, kind of. You know, quite excited about having the website up soon. Because once that's, I feel like a lot of things will free up and we will just open up the floodgates to so many things. Get so much other work done. Because in the end, we really just want to bring some uniqueness and joy to the world with a lot of the stuff we want to do in our own personal projects. Plus, it'd be a great opportunity to have other artists join us and help create some really, I'd have to say, some like really indie comics and such. It's really probably a good way to put it all. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Now this is nice. So really breaking down, getting extra shapes inside here. And I'm going to now these are not three-sided shapes, but I'm only going to leave 3. We're going to see how many people's OCD is going to like ravage their mind. But I'm using symmetry to get by with this. Now this one will be unique. So I'm going to do a little mirror action. Still keep a 3. Cut these out just like this. Oops. There. Alright, it looks like that is updating like it should be. It's nice to see things working out after a while. You know, Alaric has been talking about us possibly streaming playing games as well. Just to show you like how we unwind. And yes, it's mainly through games. Eventually, you know, when there's an all clear and we're able to go out, see one another, we will I would like to do D&D and board games. I personally like board games a lot, to be honest. As a matter of fact, I think one of the thing I look forward to for Christmas is getting a new board game. I really, really hope my brother and sister-in-law, Charlie and Jill, always find me some interesting ones. I will totally have a cabinet dedicated to all the types of board games. See, and the only thing is like, coming from an introvert is like, yeah, I really like these board games. But I do like hanging out with my friends. I really do like hanging out with my friends. It's especially because I don't keep a... Well, I guess I do kind of have a larger group than I anticipate. Still nonetheless. I definitely want to do something with these shapes here. All 8 of them. Just need to figure out what I want. Yeah, because this one's getting close to done. There. I'm about to sneeze, so I apologize. I feel a tickle in my nose. There we go. All better now. Ooh, goosebumps. Always a weird feeling. Sneeze, goosebumps. All tingly all over. Do I want to? Okay. Yeah. There. Let's make that one a little bit. Oops. I'm destroying other lines that I didn't want to. Oh no. Again, by all means, make your own coloring sheet too. And just go with the flow of things. Don't erase like I am. Especially if you're working with marker. See what you make of it. Yeah. Let's move this over a little bit so I can stay in front of the camera. Try not to lose count, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. The space is definitely getting filled. Ooh. Very nice. What other craziness can I add to that? Or is it done? I think that's my big thing. Art is never finished, it's abandoned. Always an interesting concept because like you can always go back to something, redo it, or go, I don't like how that is. Let's see if I've gotten to a point that I can make it better. In that case, you're making a new piece. You're not necessarily redrawing something. I think that's it. Yeah. There we go. Let's do this then. Let's make sure we save this. Don't want to forget that part. Color sheet. Okay. Alright, and then that's the first iteration. We're going to do another iteration because the second iteration is actually going to have resized to 8.5 by 11. We will squish it as we see the need to. Resize canvas, I believe. Link them? No. I'm going to go with width 8.5 inches, and I did not mean to do that. That's right, that's not the right one I need. I need to scale image new size, which is 8.5 11. Okay, it's gonna calculate that for me. Resize it. Nice. Again, we're gonna save it. I'm gonna go in and go even. Nah, all caps. Like I'm screaming it. Oh. By the way, if you did color the other sheet, it would be great to see. Just snap a shot and put it in the comments. See how you interpret the design. What colors? What colors you deemed were awesome for it? And I'm just gonna make sure everyone knows. Let's see. Three. That way it's understood. I'm not looking to gain anything from this other than just hopefully hearing that you guys enjoyed it. That's all. Alright, save that again. Then we'll export it and I'll put it up. Then I'll take a little break here. I'll make it JPEG. On its second coloring sheet I'm offering, so make sure I put in 2. Make sure it's I'm gonna make it that. Perfect. Alright. Not bad. 2 hours in, designed a whole coloring sheet, and looks like I'm gonna have go through the process of posting it as well. So everyone can have a chance to get it. So Facebook. Look at this. Nah. Do 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 There, alright, everything is red. And again, we're gonna go make a new post. Open that up. Fun. There. Yep. I'll put it up on Instagram and all the other things later on. Facebook's getting it first. And do do. And we just want to offer this up immediately. Boom. It's been posted. We'll even go up and make sure it's pinned. So unpin the other one. Yeah. Let that load up there. And we'll pin to the top. So there it is. If you go to the Facebook page right now, BoogieMan Inked, so you can go at BoogieMan Inked to get there also. And it's pinned to the top. It's the top post. Now you can get to it. It's set up for 8.5 by 11. So by all means, have at it. It's me working with triples again. Or attempting to, because I did have that square, but have fun with it. It's just all hand drawn, so I'd love to see what everyone makes. You know, I will even be crazy. Actually, I'm always crazy. Do. I'm just sharing out publicly onto my timeline. So you can even find it on my Facebook, my personal one of Nathan Roman. There. It's been shared. We're going at getting this. It's interesting to see Facebook actually quoting, or not quoting, doing the thing. Whatever that is, the caption of the words. It's just weird. It's kind of cool too. There we go. Now that I finally had my screen up and working. But yes, please enjoy that. I'm going to take a small break. Hopefully we'll see Alaric join us and see what crazy quick little drawing we can do maybe for you guys. But yes, enjoy the music. Have some drink of your own, or have a small snack. But yeah, I'll try to be back in about like 5-10 minutes. All right, catch you critters in a bit. Alright, I had a lovely orange. Not a big fruit person, but oranges are just fun to peel. Alright, yeah. So let's figure out what we want to do for this next. But maybe? Should I go through and color it? I don't know. No, because I'd much rather not influence anyone with their... All right. Well, I could finish up by hopefully finishing a sketch, maybe. Unless, you know, anyone out there has a interesting little silly suggestion, by all means, please see if I can do a quick 5-minute sketch or inking of something for you. Yeah, because something like this, it's not pre-planned like this coloring sheet here. That is just going off based off what I'm feeling. It's really neat. And if you want to psychoanalyze and analyze what, you know, is wrong or in my head, by all means, go right ahead. Share that if you'd like. It'd be interesting to see how you interpret every little squiggle on this screen. But otherwise, again, free coloring sheet. I posted it up just a while ago. Have at it. Enjoy it. And if you can, take a snapshot, put in the comments, show what you did. It'd be great to see. Share it. Let everyone else see it too. If not, then just enjoy the sheet. Again, it's free. Just go with it. Just have at it. All right. So, actually, we will close that, and we'll see about doing working on this xenomorph sauropod. We definitely have some things that I'm seeing now, and I don't have my reference pictures open. I'm gonna start just working and making this something that's a little bit more from memory, so it's not fresh. But obviously, I have the sauropod. I need to have thick thighs Usually he's got a pretty, strong forearms and everything, but we got this little alien. We got the giant tail. So we got the sauropod's long neck. And we definitely want to probably put in a reference of size in some way. Maybe I do that with a background. A lot of my pieces, I have just gotten the main character done, and I still have a lot of backgrounds to do. So I think at some point, some Saturday, I'm just going to sit back and sketch out backgrounds for every single one of them, pre-plan them, and then go back through another time and finish painting them up and get them all. Because there's always a lot of work going into a lot of these pieces. But it's part of it's fun, figuring all that out. And we'll see. Yes, I'm not drinking water. I should drink more water. But eh. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yep, I was just about to start in the wrong. I want that pencil. There we go. You know what? Or even... we're just going to create another layer. So that way all of our new marks are on their own. So we got a lot of detail we're working on in this particular piece here. Because, I mean, the xenomorph has so much character in it, and so much, like this tail, and every section I'm breaking down right now to make it. It's really cool. It's just it's a long process because there's a lot of detail going into it. And you gotta give each piece their opportunity to shine. Yeah, and I have to remember also depth, because like this is technically, this is the closest, and then it's going away, and then about right here, same levels maybe the head, but then it just goes right back. So there's even like got quite a bit going on over there. But we're figuring out segment by segment all the way along. So this is definitely one of these pieces like when we do Fusion Fridays, we really don't pre-plan it. We try to do something that's on the fly, something that's fresh, new. None of us have, had the opportunity to prepare for it. Part of the challenge of it is really getting ourselves out of those comfort zones of drawing what we know all the time. See if we can take our art style and really push it to another level and get something interesting out there. Something unique, something different. Yep. To be quite honest, as a kid, I was always intrigued by the Alien series, and I'm really intrigued by the universes that are generated. These intricate worlds that people took the opportunity to sit down and really flesh out. Just think that your creator would want to destroy you in the end. became some failed experiment. But that's an interpretation I have. What do you have? What do you think? Alright, so this will definitely be in front of that hand. Yeah. I'm wondering if I'm going too small too quick. Because maybe that's the design I'm gonna go with, because their tail's like the tail thickness here is obviously because it's real close. But the sauropod has a thick base and it thins out. And a lot of times it's to help them keep balance with their large bodies, because if you think about it, it's actually a nice counterbalance. Look how long their neck is and how long their tail is. If they flick their tail in such a way, it counterbalances all the weight in their neck and head. So it's probably a necessity of evolution so they wouldn't topple over and be too forward heavy. Otherwise they'd have big badonkadonks, you know, really big butts to compensate for all the extra weight toward the front, right? I mean, that'd be interesting, because in this case they would have been like, could have easily had more of this. This kind of design with the see they would have had a huge butt to compensate. Yeah, I don't think they would have been too happy with that. They would have had big butt. That would have been bumping into everything, knocking over trees all on its own. It would have been a whole nother mess for them to deal with. Yeah, but same thing would happen with tails. So no matter what, there's always something. They would have adapted. They would have worked it out. Yeah, my sorry sauropod. That's no tail, or if they did, little. No. Alright, spend too much time in that little sketch. There you go, a little silly one. A very short-tailed sauropod is a big donkadonk. Would have added a whole nother series of issues for them to deal with. We're walking around and... Oh, wait, which one is this? Was this a Cretaceous? Or Jurassic? I want to say this sauropods were Cretaceous, but you know, there's versions that like adapted, altered over time. So in this case, I guess a sauropod exists in all of them. I just don't know if it was in the beginning, though. I don't think there's sauropods. I think they started coming out in the Jurassic, but was early or mid-Jurassic? All that little information eludes me right now. Yeah. Actually, this is almost making him look like an ancestor of a Tyrannosaurus. Way too much effort into that drawing. Alright, well, we will cut it out. Give it its own layer. Cut. Paste. Paste. Aww. So, again, cut. Paste. There. That's got its own friendly layer that we can just easily go. Goodbye. Goodbye. You've got mail. I'm gonna turn off that hand. See, I'm trying to keep a consistent distance on certain things. So like these three right here could easily be adjusted. Or I can adjust these ones out. And I think that's what I'll do. So I want these a little bit bigger. Slavoka. Do 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 do. This makes me want to get out the vodka. Yes. Yes. I'm more of a whiskey drinker though. Yes, it's family friendly. I'm sorry. But I ain't drinking anything other than enjoying some lovely bubbly. Has anyone tried this Dr. Pepper cream soda? I think it's pretty cool. It has a bit of a cherry flavor, so it's a bit more understanding. But it's got that smooth cream soda flavor. It's so good. Alright, I need to start focusing on back. Do do da 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 da. I can also see about making these a bit thicker because the sauropod is getting. Tail does get thicker and thicker as we get further down the way. As a matter of fact, and even see about maybe even extending these fins, getting them a little bit longer each time. Show that gradual change. How it keeps small there, and then it has this probably like big fin. Actually, yeah, let's think about that. Do I want to go have a big fin and then do another one and then another? So it's in and out, in and out. Or do I want to just make one big wave that eventually goes down to short? Something like that. Because eventually, like, it's going to be pretty tall. So, I mean, overall, what are we looking at? We're looking at, like, this is the top. Got because we're also going to have this come out and understand that it's, yes, thickness is on the bottom half, but there's that curve that eventually we see that it's transitioning, coming back around. I don't want that on this layer though, so I will just a little pre-planning, seeing where I'm going, because there's a lot of segments still to draw. This is mainly just for. So yeah, we're gonna go gradually. We're gonna try to make it one big, the larger section, and then back down to the back, because we're designing this so it's got the fin structure across his neck back. Yeah, her neck will keep that. This. Yeah. Again, I'm using my cartoon style because I really like it. So a lot of my sketches already, in my mind, is already reflecting that look. There, nice. I'm giving them some thickness and depth here, because they're not just like thin. They come to a thin point. And that's why I got a lot of triangle designs going in. But continuing with that. And this is all. It's part of the fun of these Fusion Fridays is that we just take something, we just run with it and see how we interpret it. So it's like, by all means, if you sit down and do the same thing, always show us what you're doing. We would love to see it. If we inspire you to sit down and go, I like this combo, then do it. Do it. And you don't have to be a professional artist, please. By all means, just take on the challenge and have fun with it. It is all about finding the enjoyment, drawing. It's really all working it and encouraging. That's in my head. That's in my head. This is no copyright sounds if you haven't. There's a whole collection of songs that they've made available. So that's what's playing. I probably need to make that box a little bit bigger, but trying to make that mental note. Alright, so also I need to figure out how the tail is turning. Because is it turning outward, closer to us, and then turning upward and coming around? Because if that's the case, then I have to make sure that's being reflected in the design. Let's make sure. Okay. There's one feature that I'm missing on doing that's not helping. It should be assisting on the actual movement of this, and that is, and it's a very subtle kind of thing that I'm just noticing that I did not get in there. It's actually these should technically get a little bit closer, because see that this whole line is curved like this, so the tops of these should actually get a little bit closer together to indicate that the section is curved in that way. And these ones should definitely make sure they're a little bit further apart, which still works because they're coming out at an angle, because this whole thing is, this portion of the tail has got this kind of action going on. It's coming out at us. So there's going to be some loss in that closeness between each section. But this one is pretty much like between this whole section here is almost flush with the screen itself. So there's going to be a noticeable closeness as it curves in and outward of itself. So I got to make sure I keep that in there. See up there. Just gonna design it because this is these ones I'm gonna have to redo a little bit too. See, this is the part of the sketching, is it's making sure that everything's a little pre-planned, a little understanding. It's like, yes, I need this, I need that. I understand this is how this one works, and see how give the visual cues to everyone to understand the movement of the piece too. This being one of them. It's just a means of translating this information to the viewer. There. The inking, I'll definitely have to clean it up a bit. This can be a little bit longer too. Where? This curves inward, so this will probably be one more section as it's a little bit further away. And these all get in their normal spacing when it curls in on itself. Okay. Skin will do do do. Well, it's definitely going to take me a lot longer than I allotted. And I do like trying to do all these sketches on stream, because once I get to it and don't get sidetracked with a bunch of other things, is doing time lapses of some of this stuff. I really enjoyed doing the time lapse of my Dumpy Link piece, because that was so much fun to do. And that one, like developing it from the first sketch of just drawing, Link from the past, from the new game that came out, to somehow messing up but making this pleasant, surprise of, well, let's make a Dumpy Link and making it my own. And it's just part of those happy mistakes that you want. You never know what could happen out of just drawing and seeing what it goes with, and not being upset with the fact that maybe it didn't go the way you planned at first, but seeing what it develops over time. That's what we all have to do. 'Cause, I mean, after all, I'm not entirely sure how everything's going to pan out with this, but I plan on keep going with the flow. What feels good, what draws people in and to share their own work is what I'm really driving for. So it's keeping that focus. Because again, I'd love to see everyone draw. Love to see everyone do the coloring sheet and post those and see what's, see how many creative people are out there that are just waiting for that opportunity to have a chance to show it. I really would love to see all that. Thoroughly enjoy exploration, and you know what? Should all explore that creativity. It's very therapeutic. Because you never know what you'll make. You don't have to make anything perfect. You have to make you on a page. And this is what you can see what we do with here with our fusions, that we're still making it our own. There's Alrix, and he uses his style, and I really enjoy it. As a matter of fact, it's all his own, and that's beautiful. And then with Kayla's, Bulbasaur. Yeah, Alric did the face hugger with the rabbit. And then Kayla joined us, and she did a Bulbasaur with a xenomorph egg on the back instead of the big flowery bulb. So really, and then here I am, I'm blending a xenomorph with a dinosaur, or a sauropod, to be more precise, of the type of dinosaur I picked. So maybe this is the section that's actually flush with where the head is. But alright, I've gotten past the 3-hour mark. I really am trying to keep these down to 3 hours each. So with that, let's go ahead and... This is one of those pieces that are just going to take time. It's going to take a few days, few hours a day here. And I really like this one quite a bit too. Now I still have, my alpaca Jason, those ones to finish inking and coloring. Pretty sure I finished the sketch of the alpaca. It's just inking and coloring now for that one. So I got a few other pieces that I need to finish up. And then of course I have so many character designs I have to go through for quite a few different webcomic ideas and all these other things, plus my own webcomic. You can see how it can be all trying to focus in on one thing at a time. And that's why I try to keep these particular pieces for the stream. Is that way, because I already have so many other things I do off screen. So with this, I'm going to erase that, make sure I don't leave it in there. I'm also going to make iteration. Oh, that looked like that reset. Okay, well, that's fine. We're closing up shop for today here, people. We'll make sure come back at it. And of course, letting you know, we stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays every week bring you a little bit of something. Kayla joins me usually on a Wednesday. Alaric joins me on Friday, and then today, like today, it's just me. Of course, I'd always gladly accept any other artist that wants to join me on any other day. You come meet Alaric, come meet Kayla. We can all collaborate, see what kind of thing we can create on the stream. And if you don't have any means of streaming or anything, we can help you figure it out. We've been through a lot of technical problems ourselves, and it's always trying to figure out something. We can always figure out how to get it on there. And if we have to do a pre-recorded stream, maybe that's something we consider for particular special circumstances. Yeah, we can always see. But so with the Xenomorph Sauropod, we will leave it be for this for now. Come back to it a bit later. I'll probably turn on the hand so we can see that too. There we go. Save again. There we are. Alright, again, if we can get 100 followers on Facebook, amazing. You'll see me sing. I will sing for you people on live stream. Don't know quite what yet. Alec could probably find something incredibly silly for me to sing. But we'll see. Y'all stay safe out there. So this is the BoogieMan dancing out of here. Catch you critters later. Bye.